Two friends, two minds, and one love for Arsenal Football Club. You are now listening to the Cod and Two Minds podcast.
Yeah, big baby.
Season
two, we're back.
We're back, bitches.
Thanks for the patience. I know at the end of last season I was talking shit about how we're gonna do shows throughout the summer and it's gonna be awesome. But that didn't happen. I decided to
some type of reality that we hit, right?
Yeah. Well, basically what happened was I decided to get out and go do shit. You know what I mean? I didn't want to stay on. I didn't want to be on Twitter looking for transfer speculations and rumors and going back and forth with people. And I just wasn't enthused, you know? So we decided to take the summer off and come back and hit you with season 2. And here we are. Boom.
There you go. I like to look at it as the summer of us holding the stop sign to fake news. You know, the theme of the year, fake news. So we didn't want to deal with the fake news that's being released all summer long.
Right. Which the European football news created, basically fake news.
Yeah.
The transfer rumors have just, been getting worse and worse. And, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I prefer to just kind of sit back. I like the older people that follow the show. They're just real chill. They've seen all this. They've been here through the whole 20 and even longer. They know what Wenger's gonna do. You know what I mean? And it's just a real cool, calm conversation or interaction online. So. Yep.
They have learned through time that it's good to take a break too. It's good to take a break. It is pretty, it is like an obsession during the season, and the season is really long. It's long,
really long, and games come, fast. You just look up one point and you're playing every 3 games. That's right about the time when, never mind, I'm not going to say it. But, and another thing, you look at the team and the way it is now, Fitz. You look at people like Jenkins. You look at Jenkinson. You look at people like Gibbs. You look at people like Debussy, Campbell, so on and so on. These people are still on the team. You know what I mean? They're never gonna play, and everybody's running around being all excited about Lacazette. And we're going to get into the game, of course, but that's another reason why it's just good to take a break, because you can see some of the old habits are just creeping in. You know what I mean? We're not getting our shit done. We're not shipping people out, bringing people in. Yeah. So, what are we going to talk about? You know what I mean?
Right.
Summertime, you know what I mean? Speculation. So, yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty to talk about. It's just, where's it going? I think we know by now that Arsene Wenger is a unique character that does things the way he wants to do them, his way. And, I could pray and say, man, we really need to go after Mbappe, but let's be serious.
Right.
There's 2 clubs in the bidding for Mbappe. And that's it. Barcelona and Real Madrid, and nobody else even has a shot.
And PSG.
Apparently all of a sudden PSG, yeah. I know they've spent big money in the past, but they've definitely splashed into the we're Barcelona of France,
Well, yeah, they were just. They don't give a damn about FIFA fair play. You know what I mean? They spend all that money for Neymar. They're about to spend all that money for Mbappe. So, yeah, they're just like, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Something like 750 million since they've taken over, almost $1 billion. So, there you go. So anyway, let's get to the game. Let's get some of your thoughts. It was a weird kickoff Friday in the afternoon. That shit is whack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I like the night. I like the ambiance, or just looking at it on TV. It was a night game. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
I kind of get that, but for us over here in the States, and I was visiting you in the Bay Area.
Yep.
And it was just a jacked up time. But anyway,
well,
Friday night.
The only thing that's worse is when you work, record it, and come home, and for some reason the recording started 15 minutes late, and it was 1-1. Yeah, that's worse, you know.
Right. Yeah, I was pissed.
Oh, excuse me. Did I say that out loud?
Nah, but what would you think about the performance? What are some of your highlights, or who did you like? Good, the bad, the ugly.
There was
Get at me.
There was energy on the pitch, I thought. Although a Leicester City Arsenal game can get that way, it seems. Where there's a lot of streaky counterattacking going on, you know?
Exactly.
But that point on, I thought Lacazette had a wonderful first start. Of course you could say that because of a goal that he scored, but looking beyond the goal, just seeing his calm nature in the box, pretty skilled with his feet,
Definitely. What I noticed about him too, just to add to that, what I noticed about him was a tremendous effort. He played kind of like he had an English style to him. You know what I mean? Whereas usually the French players are a little more clever. He was out there like really just trying to, throw his little body around. Like when what was it? When he tried to kick that one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He looked like he could have hurt his leg, but he's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to shoot this, and it got blocked.
And I think the hidden message is that in that play itself, like we've said in the past, is sometimes we're just like, just shoot the ball, because you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, if we wait for the perfect shot all the time, you never pull a shot, then you don't get rebounds, you don't get parried balls by the keeper, and
exactly.
It's like that's kind of what ended up happening. Ball spills around. Arsenal players are very good in close quarters with balls at their feet. Oh, look at this!
Boom, got it. Yep. I feel you. I liked. It was a good game to watch. It was back and forth. As the game's going on, you saw me. I was just like, yeah, this is this is typical, usual.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I used to get all mad and shit and trip, but I was just, real calm, just watch the game. And, what I liked about it is, Wenger made his changes early, like we said during the game.
Yeah.
He made changes like around the 65th minute, which is really rare for him. And, the changes that he made, the subs that he made came in, and, they were the big part on why we got the victory.
Oh,
Ramsey
man,
and Giroud.
definitely. For me, I just feel like it's a good feeling to be able to see those guys come off the bench and do that, because, in my most perfect romantic world, Wenger would go out and get one or two more big names to actually put in front of those guys. So maybe, they could accept that, hey, sporadic starts from time to time, but off the bench is where we love to have you. You guys are experienced.
Exactly.
You know what you're doing. Those goals are just as important as goals scored in the 15th minute,
Definitely. And Giroud, at this point, like, I don't even really know how he can trip. You know what I mean? Because, all he does is score goals when he comes in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's huge. I mean, I got to give Giroux some credit, man. When he came into the team, remember we used to make fun of him, call him a big bitch, the falling down, the hand wagging. Yep. He's knocked a lot of that shit out of his game. He's throwing his body around, causing havoc, especially on set pieces. And, hats off to him for, getting through all the negativity and just the hate on Giroux that, I've been guilty of in the past. The thing on Giroux was he doesn't score clutch goals, and now that's all he does. You know what I mean? Or he misses sitters. He misses the easy ones, but now all he does is score big goals, and, that's club legend shit. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
No, wait.
That's funny you even said that, because when you were saying that earlier, I was starting to think like I wonder how much more he has to do to become a club, like a true club legend. And then I thought, you know what? He scored a lot of goals for us already. The club should love him, and they really don't. The firm, the fans.
Right. Yeah. I hear you. But see, the thing what's getting me, why I commend him is he's based on just going out there, quitting all the falling down and the bitching and, playing soft. He just grinded it out, and he's winning some of those people over. So, if he keeps it up, he acts like he wants to stay. He don't really complain, even though, I'm sure he feels like he should be starting. Just an all around seems like a good player for Arsenal. And somebody who seems like he cruises around and gets a lot of pussy,
Yeah, I do. I gotta admit, I do see a lot of women online that just love Giroux, boy. They
love him.
So, hats off to him for that
as well. I threw you off with that one, but it's just shit just flies out of my mouth. But anyway,
he's the true definition of super sub. He is a super sub. Not many teams could bring somebody off the bench that you can focus as a centerpiece and lob balls in, and he's good chance he's going to get a couple good shots on goal.
Right, exactly. And what's been my knock on the way the team play for Giroux? They don't get a lot of crosses in. That's not the way we play early in the game. But see, late in the game when we're desperate, it's perfect. It's a match made in heaven. He gets to get crosses from this team in crucial situations in the box where he can play the way he's supposed to play. So tremendous. The little touches around the box. He had a nice little flick back to somebody. Who was it?
He went diagonal to.
I think it was Lacazette. It was just it's like a layoff, volley, just dink right to him. So,
Well, and the other beauty of it too is that when he comes in, he's fresh, and they've been dealing with Danny Welbeck and Lacazette like all game long, and like,
exactly.
Could you imagine if Alexis was out there too? Like, just
you're tired.
That line is tired, and here comes a big old beast.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I feel you. So what about Ramsey? What were some of your impressions on Ramsey, who scored the third goal?
I admittedly have been hard on Ramsey, and I'm not going to let this change my mind yet. But right. I do find it amazing that I looked at you, 5 minutes before the goal, and when he came in, and I said, man, I just pray that maybe we can get the Ramsey that finishes this year, because he sure enough gets plenty of kind of opportunities and gets himself into position. Just finish. He finished that 1 year, and then boom. 5 minutes later, he finished, and I was like, "Uh-oh, please, Ramsey."
In typical Aaron Ramsey fashion, he's Johnny on the spot. Xhaka with the outside of his left foot just dinks it over there. Was that one?
Yep.
Dinks it over there. Ramsey gets a touch, and then he,
Yeah.
Or it was either El Nini assisted on Lacazette's, and Anyway,
Yep.
I think
it was that one. It was Ramsey, yeah.
But I mean, that's just a total Aaron Ramsey goal. You know, the touch and then, you know, the sliding finish, and he just got a lot on that. He hit it so sweet. A great goal. I'm thinking, you know, he was a favorite of mine that year. He really, really broke out. I thought he was the best player on our team. That was, I think it was Ozil's first year, and Ozil was still kind of, you know, on that Diaby weed. But I think we're slowly starting to see Aaron Ramsey get back to, you know, some good form, you know, and for Arsenal's sake, I hope it's consistent. I hope he can stay healthy, no hamstring injuries, you know, that keep him out for a month here and there. Cause, yeah, I'm going to relax too, man. He always gets me. I'm going to relax and just keep watching him and see how it pans out. But right now he's playing good. It doesn't look like he's trying too many flicks and tricks and back heels. It looks like he's trying to keep it a little more simple. That's kind of what he did that year. That's why he was so successful. Because like you said, he's going to always make those runs at the perfect time to get in the box. And to have somebody with that offensive awareness playing with somebody like Ozil is tremendous.
Yeah. Yeah. So. The person I gotta like, I mean, I understand how other guys are going to end up playing over Welbeck, but I just like, I'm just taken by his motor. Like, he doesn't stop and he works hard, and he is like, I just thought about him right now when you were talking about Ramsey making those runs. Like, you know, Welbeck kind of sees the pitch really well and does that too.
Right.
And you know, like, I mean, I like anybody that's got that kind of character to their game, you know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely. That's why we like people like Alexis and Danny Welbeck, because when they're out there, you can see the effort. Like, they're honest players. You know, what's always been my knock on Welbeck, I think he works too hard. You know what I mean? Because I mean, he's running all over the pitch, and when he gets that chance at goal, sometimes, you know, he snatches at it or rushes it, or he misses those shots he could be making. But I think it's just because he's running around, all the effort he's putting in. Sometimes you got to chill, man. Sometimes you got to chill.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm not saying chill like Ozil, but, you know, there's a yin and a yang. But
and
remember, so hold on, before we get out of here, I want to talk about you know, something that, you know, it's excuse me, it's been going on for so long, dude, and I'm starting to lose my mind. Okay. To me, Arsenal are going to score enough goals. We have to get our defense right. You know what I mean? Like, I like Lacazette. It's you know, even if we didn't get Lacazette and we got like a back line of like world-class to semi-world-class players, or just even up-and-coming players who are going to fit in and play our style, would tremendously help this team, dude. We're giving up. We're still giving up the dumbass, stupid goals, and I don't know, man. I mean, he's not doing enough on that side. He never has, and this is a continuation of it. You know, you know, Gibbs and Debussy are still on the team. You know, you don't trust him enough to play him in crucial situations, only in, you know, cup games. But why not get some people who can contribute and help you, especially with the workload or the amount of games that are going to be coming if we're going to try to compete on all fronts, you know?
I agree, man. I mean, it's just it's just embarrassing that this can be a talking point about Arsenal for so long. I mean, year after year after year, they always talk about their zone marking and, you know, on their set pieces and how poor they defend set piece. And you still have problems after all this time. You still have problems. It's embarrassing, man. Like, fix this.
Right. I mean, you don't have a pool of. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, the thing is that we got athletes. Like, everybody, even our defenders are athletes. Holding is a good athlete, you know? Right. When it's Koscielny or Mustafi, those guys are good athletes and stuff. But, like like just try a different style of marking for these set pieces because what you're doing ain't working.
Exactly. And I mean, I'm taking into consideration Mustafi and Koscielny didn't play. Like some of our best defenders didn't play. But, it wasn't like, the goals we gave up were like, training ground shit, set pieces, just being way too open, for the game. So to me, that's the biggest knock. When Wenger re-signed, I was happy because I didn't know what the other plan was without Wenger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the same time, I knew, people were getting he's going to have to do this. He's got to sign players. No, he's got to specifically sign defenders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like defenders who can play and help this team out and give us some squad depth, basically. Because you got a lot of defenders on the team who Chambers isn't going to play. Gibbs isn't going to play. Debussy isn't going to play.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, to me, that's the thing too. Yeah, like you could have players on your team that are there, but they just don't seem to get a lot of time. But there's a reason to keep them because they're young or they got some upside or something like that. But like you got to make a decision on guys like a Debussy. How old is this guy? He's over 30, right?
Right.
Like why you just like I still even understand why
cut his ass, cut him.
Yeah.
If you can't
I still
sell him,
understand why people like Little Mozart. What was his name?
Rosicky.
Yeah, I understand why we had him for a long time. He made contributions. He's a part of this team. Like. So you held on to him longer than maybe you should have, but there's a loyalty thing, and Rose, in my opinion, still gave you quality minutes when you did play him. Exactly. But guys like Debussy, I don't understand what the whole and we're talking about Alexis might go for free next summer, and you can't just let Debussy go.
Exactly.
I don't get it.
Exactly. Totally. And last but not least, I think he's, he's turning into my favorite player on the team, and that is the left back, the crazy looking,
I mean, he's just so.
You see his head, you know what I mean? I mean, come on.
And he's so nothing that we see out of a player in Arsenal.
Right, that's what I was going to get to.
He really sticks out. He really sticks out on the pitch,
Well, all the pundits and the people that call the games and shit, they always bust out in that, oh my God, if they only had a leader that could just rally the group and just, settle everybody down or what do they say, G them up, When you watch, can you say his name?
Kolasinac.
Okay. Well, when you watch him play on the field, that everything they asked that we didn't have, that's what we have right there. When you just watch him play, he's, you know what I mean? When it's it just draws you in, dude. And I think if you're playing with a guy like that, you're gonna take on that mentality. Like, man, fuck it, let's go. You know what I mean?
Totally, man. I mean, and it's clear when he moved forward that he helped. I mean, shit, he ended up assisting on that one goal. But when he moves forward, it's a positive thing for the attack.
It's always a threat. It's everything I want to see from like Theo or Ox. Every time Kolasinac gets the ball, it's always a threat running at people. He likes to get to the byline and put in crosses. Hey, now that was a good buy. You know what I mean? Go find a center back or a right back like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So far it looks good. So.
Well, and I mean, it's a good little sign to show, like, I don't know if it means more in the future, but like he was a high rated left back, but he wasn't the top rated, like, and everybody's idea is like, oh, you have to go out and try to get a, Marcelo or something. Like, dude, that's not even realistic. But if you could find a guy that's pretty good and he like gives an attitude to the team that you need, I was thinking about him up the left side and Alexis over there on that left side also. Like you got two mad beasts over there on the left side, like attacking hard,
Definitely looks promising. I'm really enjoying watching that guy play because, like I said, when he gets the ball at his feet, he's going forward and he's all determined, looking like Hellboy and shit. I mean, come on, you gotta love it. So anyway, yeah. So that I don't know. You got anything else?
Look at me. I just wanted to just say like, hey, the first season of us doing this was a lot of fun. We're going to try to work on the podcast and just, do what we can to just like make it a little smoother, make it a little better. But the focus always is going to be us chatting about our favorite team, Arsenal, and just having a good time about it, So, but I totally appreciate everybody that like listens, man. Thank you.
Man, hey, that was beautiful. That was nice. Yeah, season 2. Let's hope this season ends with us lifting the Premiership trophy.
The Gunners.
Yeah. So thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the emails. Thanks for all the hey, where the fuck are you motherfuckers at, man? What's going on with y'all? Thanks for all those. Thanks for, man, y'all suck. How y'all gonna have a podcast and just be, you know what I mean? Thanks for all those emails. We appreciate it. And it was inspiring. Here we are. We're back with you. So I'm at E. Marshall. I'm it's football season now. So you catch me online at E. Marshall, EMARSHO. The show's Twitter is at CITM Podcast. And look for some videos. We got some stuff coming down the pipeline. I'll get it out there on Twitter and let y'all know.
If you need to give us an email, go to CITMpodcast@gmail.com. You can reach us there, or you could just do a DM on the Twitter, however you want to do it. And if you want to talk to me, I am at Gooner Rush. At Gooner Rush. Peace out, y'all.
Peace out. Yeah, email us some questions. I'll read them. I'll read them over the air. Or email us just comments, questions. I'll read them over the air and give y'all a Twitter shout out or whatever shout out y'all want. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. And peace.
Guess who's back again.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Thank you guys for tuning in to Cotton Two Minds. Please head on over to iTunes and subscribe, rate, and review the show. All feedback is much appreciated. If you would like to contact the show, drop us an email at citmpodcast@gmail.com. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at CITMpodcast, at Gooner Rush, and at E. Marshall. That's EMARSHO. The music in this podcast has been provided by Statics. If you like what you hear, be sure to check them out at staticsentertainment.com and follow them on Twitter and Instagram at Statics Music. That's STATX Music. Peace.
You know your big ass dancing. Sit down.
I see you bobbing your head.